people were unhappy about the Christmas tree, and then the last complaint I saw was they're tearing it down. People do not like that. And I don't like it. You? No choice there. Good morning and welcome to the January 22nd, 2026 Illinois County Board of Commissioners Accounts Payable Committee meeting. And I'd welcome everyone and call the meeting to order and ask for approval of minutes of January 8th, 2026.
I so move.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator Elliott. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. The minutes are approved. Review of the accounts payable vouchers, and we'll start with the listing from 1/15/26.
I didn't have much, Jim. If you want to start with yours, there's a good chance you'll pick up mine.
Okay. Just on Matt on page one, or Dan, either one, or Shannon, all three of you, I guess. Greenstone Insurance short-term surety bond for $6,300. What would that be for? It's 20362. Maybe it's some construction or something with the drain commission or. Wow, this is stumped the accounts payable committee. I did it.
I never do that to you. I can't remember that.
Oh, this is,
Your mic on there?
sorry, no, I've got. I could probably get back to you on that.
Okay. Let me know. I'm just kind of interested. I'm sure it's for some sort of contractual thing, contractor or something, but just to be sure of it. Just a little ways down on that 761 Lenawee Soil and Water. This is more for the administrator than Dan or Matt. The 2025 third quarter appropriation. Well, I guess it is for you guys too. Why would we be doing third quarter appropriation in January? And then for the administrative side of it, do we have a contract with these people? Soil and Water, Lenawee Soil and Water.
Oh, you know, that's probably, I'm guessing that that's a check reissue. I'll double check the.
It's a what issue?
Check reissue.
Oh, check reissue.
Let me double check that.
Lost the first one or something? And then to my question, would you happen to know, Shannon, do we have a contract with these people, hopefully?
I would assume we do, but I will look into that and confirm that with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the July check was voided.
They wrote a new check to replace one that was voided.
So it was either lost in the mail or lost in the system. It was voided and reissued.
Yeah. Wow.
Good catch.
A lot of jury panels. Interesting. Oh, I may not have them wrong here. Got one on page 9. Oops. Page 9, phone works. Number of calls, this must be. Yeah,
Works.
it's 2359, Matt, phone work.
$160.
Yeah, it's not big. I'm just wondering, normally if you have a cell phone, you don't pay for calls, right?
Right. I do know this is do with, two thousand calls for 28 days, calls excess fee. Yeah, I'm not sure what that phone system is for, but it is, it does have 2,000 calls for 28 or $260 is what, how it's billed.
They're under the
Right.
limit.
And then they have like an excess fee for additional calls.
Is this a monthly recurring?
Yes, we pay this every month.
Okay.
And that's Department on Aging, so
Yes.
does that mean calls out of their office?
I don't believe so, but we will check into this and get back to
Okay.
you as well.
It's
I'm-
just kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but I just, Kevin got the one, answered on County National on the two Ford trucks. That's a lease, right? Correct?
Yeah.
And Miss Dig, membership 4968, I think I've asked this in the past, $6,000. So like all utilities, that must be the drain or something. and All utilities have to pay into Miss Dig. Is that how that works?
I believe that's correct. I know it's with the train.
Okay.
And that's when you find out that as a builder, that just because you call Miss Dig doesn't mean everything is located. For instance, in Riga, you call Miss Dig and yeah, actually it's our drain board drain commission that manages the system, but they don't locate the water lines from the street to the house because the position is that's a private line. And so, but when you see no flags as a builder, you're like, well, I'm clear to dig. You only have to dig by hand if you're within 30 inches of a flagged location. So if there's no flags, next thing you know, you got the water line hanging out of your backhoe bucket.
Oh my.
Exciting. And they don't do fiber optic lines either, because I almost cut into one of those, which probably would have put me out of business. At the last minute, I looked on the fence and it says caution, buried fiber optic, and Miss Dig doesn't locate those.
Wow.
Right, because they don't pay the $6,000. I don't know. Okay, I'll shut up.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Interesting to know. If they don't pay into it, then you don't find out about it. Okay. Emergency management, EOC dry erase banners for $320. What? Is that like a sign banner?
Don't know.
I got a bunch of questions here. Go ahead, Dan.
I did happen to bring that one up to Paul when this run came out, and that's exactly what it is. It's just basically a portable sign system that they can, during an emergency, they can put messages on this board
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, and set it out like electronically on the,
no, I think it's more to place on site so that, they don't have to create a new sign or whatever.
okay.
Whatever that might be.
Let's-
I
Makes
guess
sense.
I've never asked this. These checks have already been written, right?
Yes.
And sent,
Not
not sent, okay. And so these won't go out until accounts payable, until Ways and Means
They go out after this meeting.
after this meeting.
On, what's DOS stand for on page 12?
That's our
Box.
drop-off site for the,
Okay. all right, yeah,
Cardboard.
Thanks, okay.
We're getting a lot of interesting feedback on the recycling stuff. It's item of contention in the Blissfield Advances.
Oh, really? Did we put one of the new dumpsters out
Yes,
there?
and the village council is pretty concerned about the way it's actually working out. And their
Making a mess?
administrator was quoted saying something effective, we made it clear, only if this isn't a problem, will we allow this to continue? So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, that'll come up with
Yeah, solid waste.
material management.
Yeah.
Okay. IT and technology, Sprout Social, annual fee of $18,000.
Sprout Social is what our communications coordinator, Ms. Ambrose, utilizes for some of those pushing out. It kind of manages those accounts throughout the county.
While we're on that page, what is Sword Solutions doing up about 8 lines for $1,000? Annual support contract.
Where's that, Kevin?
Up about 6, 7 lines up, just above IT, it's $1,000. Number 14,346.
No, it's emails.
This idea where you pick these generic names, like I knew what Anderson Consulting was. I had no idea what Accenture was when they changed their name to Accenture.
That is interesting. Okay.
All right,
Somebody's gonna let us know.
yeah,
Yes.
I got some on page 14. You,
Okay.
you go ahead
I
first.
have,
Oh, well, wait a minute. Did I get into the wrong one? No, we already addressed that. Nope, we're good. We'd already covered that.
okay, page 14, phone usage. The inmates have to pay for phone usage and then we charge them back for it. What is that? $1,800.
That's our Frontier service. I think that's our normal phone bill. I'm not sure if that is, because that's sheriff's side, not on the,
On central dispatch.
yeah, that's our phone.
What's the Mevo for 6660 on that same section?
I'm sorry, they would have another question.
Yeah.
MEVO,
Mevo.
MEVO, what's the acronym?
$60.
Michigan Emergency,
Acronym soup.
Michigan Emergency Voiceover.
Yeah. Guess I was giving you the description.
$6,000.
660, yeah.
Backup disaster recovery kits, Starlink, AT&T, FirstNet priority.
Are all our invoices, I mean, I presume some come in a digital form and some paper?
We're working on attaching them to our system. In process.
But I mean, I assume vendors bill you both ways, right?
They bill us in paper.
And, all in
And
paper?
then, yeah, then we process it all in paper.
So you guys are digitizing all that? Or
We-
not necessarily?
We're working on getting it attached. to
Okay.
Where we can look up, so some of these I can pass through.
I just look at these and imagine massive stacks of paper laying around
There
somewhere.
is massive.
It's gotta be.
I've got a question coming up on the next run on exactly that, but it's on the charge card, but we'll get into it when we get there. Okay, anything else on the 11 or 113 run?
No.
And Shannon? Okay, then we will move on to the 120 run.
We already talked about the drone tether. That's the only question I had on this entire run.
So under Lenawee County Airport, this may be a administrative question and not so much a, accounts payable, but under the airport, Shannon, we have legal advice with Conlon, McKinney and Philbrook. So they don't, why wouldn't they use Luco?
Garen Lookout Miller. So the airport had been utilizing Conlon, McKinley, Conlon and Philbrook for quite some time, and the airport manager is very comfortable with the attorney representing them, and so they have just stayed with that attorney.
Okay. I didn't know that, but in some cases, we've used Luco and
Luco Miller.
Aaron Luco, right?
We have, it's rare with the airport. Garen Lookout Miller usually handles our other liability issues and concerns, litigation concerns. And obviously even Garen Lookout Miller has sometimes gotten another firm involved for various reasons.
Okay, very good. Dan or Matt, on building and grounds, going back to digitizing what you're doing, but first bank card, and I look at all of those, are those individual bills for each one, or do you break out everything that's on a bill and list it?
Yes, everything, so every invoice on a bill, so if they go to the store and swipe it, then we have the receipt, we attach the receipt to the bill. So we get one bill for building and grounds. And
Oh.
then we have all of the invoices attached to,
And so you have to go out and individually list each one of those.
yes,
Well, 362 is an account number tied to a particular card.
yes,
That's the vendor number, actually.
Okay,
If you look at the next column, it says 6608. That's an individual card, because as you go about 11 transactions down, then it's 9502, which is someone else's card.
got it. So,
And then you can see the transactions are individually numbered, 1 through 11, and then 1 through, I don't know how far 9502 go, 1 through 15. And so, yes, each individual purchase is recorded.
I got
Wow, that's a
60 of
lot
those.
of work.
I got 60 of those, 60, yeah, 60 statements to go back and itemize now for the end of the year for my
Wow.
taxes, so I get it. It's awful.
Under circuit court too, first bank card, socks, hats and gloves. It's not a lot of money, but,
that is part of the SAMHSA, that's part of the SAMHSA grant. Those are incentives for people because they're coming in the winter time.
of those incentives. Okay, and we answered the question on emergency management on the drone power tether. It's some sort of charging system, so, yeah.
I understand it's very nice.
Did we, I understand it must be for 13,000. We must have covered that in, criminal justice, huh? Did they,
It may have been a budgeted expense as well.
oh, it was a budget, okay.
Budgeted it already for the year.
Speaking of that, I know that, this is a little off track, but, I know that we referred our new policy about dual reading back to policies and procedures, but that wasn't an expense. That was to get money, right?
Correct. And what we're going to go back and do with that policy is add some language in there. When a grant is, we have not grant opportunity where expenditures and revenues match. This policy would not apply to that. But that's only where, again, those expenditures and revenues match. Because
Okay.
we will receive that money in revenue, and we will expend that money in purchasing those AED.
That makes sense, because I'm sitting there going, well, we're asking to get a grant for money, but we've got to expend that money back out, so it does affect the policy. Okay,
Correct.
very good. Thank you for that explanation. I had a number of them here on the sheriff's department, I think. I guess, just for my information, we had a fraudulent payment refunded for $407. Did somebody got our credit
Yeah.
card or something?
That's what happened, yes.
Wow.
Somebody hacked my Amazon account and they were ordering all kinds of stuff for themselves, but it was all being delivered to my house.
I've had that same thing.
Like, are you kidding me? What have you gained? I said to my wife, did you really order a baby humidifier in Chinese? No, I did not.
People don't think about that. They order it, got your card, but it's being delivered to your
My
address.
house.
Right. Okay, Sheriff's Department, number of them. General Conference from Axon, $1,409, $1,500. I hope that's not for, I mean, aren't we being trained on that system? We're paying for a general conference? I mean, $4 million later, I guess I have a right to question the $1,500.
We get anything for free?
I can look or ask them that question.
We can look into that further, but this may also be a general conference that's offered where it's not necessarily training on the software or body cams and things of that nature, but a conference in which sheriff's associations and things of that nature come together when there's actual learning opportunities and things of that nature.
Ah,
Similar to a conference that we would attend SMAC.
okay, so I got you now.
A
It's not like
concept
a
kind of.
consultation. It's like they're going to a conference.
Correct.
But it's not like they would ever try and upsell anybody while they were at that conference on any products or service. That would never happen.
Yeah, right.
Never.
We had a toll replenishment. It was only $15, but I take it, we have an easy pass or something for one of our cars at the sheriff's department for tolls.
Most likely Easy Pub. What was that, vendor?
Who was the vendor?
The credit card.
It's First Bank Card. It's 12362.
Gotcha.
3 lines down and that's it now.
Page 13. Sorry, I should have told you that. Sheriff's Department, and then go down, it's the third one down. Go ahead, Shandy.
They may incur some of these costs for, I mean, and I don't know for sure, but we can confirm, but for purposes of like extradition. So if we have somebody who has a warrant and has traveled to Ohio and then has been apprehended in Ohio, if we want them extradited back to Lenawee County
we'll
to
pick 'em up.
stand for that charge, then we would actually have to go and get them and bring them back.
Okay.
But they could have incurred toll costs in that manner.
Under a replenishment, it's usually that you have a responder in your vehicle, so that's why it's questioned. We must have a vehicle with a responder in it.
That would, I mean, that would make sense to utilize that vehicle for those purposes.
It's cheaper than just paying the toll and they're getting rid of so many.
Oh, I had to get one, yeah. It's
Talk
like-
about a job that must really take a toll.
What's, so the next one down, VSU dinner. So can somebody tell me what the acronym VSU?
That would be the Victim Services Unit.
Okay. So we had a dinner forum for,
Essentially, these are people who volunteer to the sheriff's department to help when there is a significant crime. They go out, they help with the victims. So I believe they had kind of a dinner, end of the year dinner to support them.
okay. And then two down from there, $79 snow scraper. I take it that's a number of snow scrapers. Either that or I want one of those. I want to see what it looks like.
I would hope so. I could get back with you on that.
Okay.
That invoice would take me a while too.
And then can somebody just tell me jail program coordinator items, what all of those are?
If you, there are various purchases, if you recall, like backpacks, socks, things of that nature, shirts, things of that nature. Not that long ago, I think November, perhaps, October, November. You approved the burn jag grant for the jail, for reentry and things of that nature to provide programming in the jail and then to assist, people coming out of the jail. So that those purchases will assist them and coming back into the community after being incarcerated.
Gotcha.
So those are grant funds were utilized, that burn jag grant was utilized for those purchases.
I don't have any problem with the snow scraper, but if it's gonna require some kind of power tether cord next month, I'm gonna object.
There you go. Again, under central dispatch, the next page, 24/7 chair fleet program for dispatch, $3,400. Is that for a chair?
That is for chairs within dispatch, and those chairs are unique chairs because they are sitting for so long, and then also those chairs get worn out frequently because there is always a body in them 24/7.
But that's for more than just one.
I believe so.
It's like a leasing program for chairs.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
So that we have that rotation happening on a regular basis.
Okay, interesting. And then finally, in the treasurer's office, I take it though, like the Messer Leon and Mary and Leslie Sealer, I take it those are tax rebates from, okay, very good. That's all I got. Any other questions on that run? Anybody? Okay, hearing none, motion would be in order to pay the account payable vouchers for these two runs.
So move.
Support?
A motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator Elliott. Discussion? Anybody? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Other business? Does anybody have any other business for the Accounts Payable Committee? Hearing none, there's no public comment here, so a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So move.
Support?
A motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Deputy Administrator Elliott. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned.